Chille, or how would I put it, Eric Chille. So it's what we are discussing today. Guys, if you are there, you've joined already, let me know. Just put a comment, just drop one comment there and let me know you're actually what you are here with us, because I like to take register, to take roll call. Let me know if you actually what here with us directly. Go on YouTube, just put a comment there, like the video, and let me know. So I want to dive into some things, about Eric Chille as a Super Eagles coach. I was on Eagles Trackers live yesterday and also on Umbrella late in the night discussing about this issue. I said that's okay. Thank you, Wuktare. Thank you, Wuktare. Thank you for actually joining regular. So guys, go on YouTube at Gant Football 2 on YouTube. At Gant Football 2 on YouTube. Go and actually join at Gant Football 2. Please join at Gant Football 2 on YouTube. On YouTube, yeah. So, guys, join that. Bye-bye. Thank you for that, guys. Don't forget to actually go and join on YouTube. I'll still be leaving Instagram as soon as possible. Guys, go on YouTube. Good evening. Oh, thank you, JJ. Thank you. Just put a comment there. Let me know where you are joining us from. Let me know where you are joining from. Let me know where exactly what you are joining from. So I know that I know some people. So all these things. So please like and share. Thank you. I can see the likes are actually going up. We have 40 people here already. The likes are actually going up. So, thank you. I can also see some Facebook too. Thank you guys for joining. Guys, don't forget those on Instagram, move to YouTube or Facebook or go and join us there. I want to talk about Eric Chille, the new Super Eagles manager. So let me just give you background information about Eric Chille. He's 47 years of age. Thank you for joining. He's 47 years of age. He's was born in Ivory Coast. Malian parents. He's also also got a French passport. That is one thing about him. So he has coached. He didn't really have a very good footballing career, but when he got into management, he coached in the lower divisions of France before actually joining the Malian national team. And it depends on how you see it. He did well, when he was actually coach of Mali. And I'm going to show you a start quickly here. Before I go into those details, I want to just tell you guys here, those that are listening, those that will go and tell those that are not here. I didn't know Eric Chille from anywhere, but because he's now the national team manager, we have to give him the support that he actually would need. I don't want it in a way that the media will be against him, and at the end of the day, he will struggle. See, if he failed to qualify for the World Cup, it's a lose-lose for us. No matter how we qualify, no matter who leads us to qualify, we just want to be there at the Mundial. So all the support needed, we should give it to this man. So that is what I'm doing. It's not as if I have any personal interest in him. I'm not going to give him any player. I'm going to criticize any mistake he makes and also support him and applaud him too if he's doing the right thing. That is what I will do. I don't have any interest. I don't know him. I've never met him before. I only spoke to people that are very close to him. Those that assisted him, I spoke to them. That is it. In fact, I don't even have their contacts. So those that are coming to my DM and telling me that we are waiting for him to fail so that we can go and attack Smith Lai, please, I'm supporting him because he's the national team manager now. I cannot go and say I'm against him. I'm supporting him because he's going to be the one to lead Nigeria to the game against the Rwanda in Kigali. So let me just Let me just go through some things he did, so that we can actually dive in through all these things directly. So I just want to show you his records in Mali. So this is the record in Mali. You can see your screen straight away. This is the record in Mali. His first game, let me just try and put, his first game was a 4-0 victory against Congo in an AFCON qualifier. Some people say that, oh, why do you go and hire him when you have a qualifier game? See, Eric Chille is not new to this situation. His first game as a Mali coach came against Congo in an AFCON qualifier game, and he won that game by 4-0. So he didn't play friendly games before this. He just went straight into the qualifiers, and he actually won, and he won that game by 4-0. So you can see the record on the screen. So he didn't lose the first game until against Gambia there in an AFCON qualifier. So, and his record also speaks for him. Let me just quickly show you a graphic too about his record. So one of his record, you can see that this is Mali's AFCON campaign when he was the coach of Mali. Can you see he played 5 games? He played 6 games. He won 5. He lost 1. He scored 15 goals and conceded only 2. You can see that the goals difference when he was coach of Mali is what? Plus 13 in that AFCON qualifier. And 15 points. He had 15 points. So he had Gambia, Congo, and South Sudan. So if you remember, Gambia went on to qualify for the AFCON 2 that year. They were being coached by Tom Sanctifiet. Then, if you know Tom Sanctifiet, you know that he's not a small guy, in African football. So Congo also there, and South Sudan. These are actually what the games they actually were played in their qualifiers for AFCON 2023 when they were handled by Eric Chille. So you can see that record there. He won 5, he lost 1, and that 1-0 loss was against what? Against Mali, against Gambia. Now away game. So, and I will tell you the reason why he lost that game. So this is Nigeria's AFCON qualifier. In case you don't know, this is the AFCON qualifier that we just coached under Osneguavon. This is not to discredit Osneguavon. We won only 2 games, not 3 games. We won only 2 games. The other one was in the boardroom. I won't count it because nobody knows exactly what will happen in Libya. So we won 2 games, we drew 2, and we lost 1. Plus this goals difference. So this is like in the same circumstance. So Eguavon came in. His first game was an AFCON qualifier game against Benin Republic. And and also too, Eric Chille too came into his first official game too. His first game too was an AFCON qualifier against Congo. So in a similar circumstance, you can see clearly that the results are slightly better, for him than the Nigerian gaffer. So you can see that Nigeria, he scored, like 15 goals or so. He scored, let me just try and double check how many goals he scored. He scored 15 goals, considered 2. Nigeria actually was scored 9 goals, actually was considered 3. So it's like in a similar circumstance. I'm just trying to compare them so that maybe we are having an upgrade on what we have initially done, in Eric Chille. So these are actually what his record in an AFCON qualifier. So he's a guy. That's why those that are saying that he doesn't have pedigree in African football, you can see clearly that this is result in AFCON qualifiers for Mali. So what do you expect again when you see this here? See, so I will still go into some details very well. This is his record. So this is actually what is record there. So let's just try move on to. So now I want to just say a few things before I move on to what do you think we should expect from this manager? What do you think that Nigeria should expect from him? Is it, are we looking for a manager that's going to be an upgrade on the ones we had before? What do you think we should expect from him? Before I go into that, I just want to say it. That in the history of Nigeria, there have never been any coach that the NFF appointed that the media accepted. There's never been a coach that the NFF appointed and the media accepted. They've never. Otto Gloria was the coach of, he coached Portugal in 1966 to third place or so in the World Cup. Nigeria employed him to come and manage the Super Eagles in an AFCON 1980. Still, the press did not even, they think that, oh, he's too old, this thing. But he won the AFCON. Can you tell me the record of Clement Westerhoff before he came to Nigeria? It was just a young, ambitious coach that wants to actually that wants to prove himself. And when he got to Nigeria, he got them as a privilege and he proved himself. It was the first coach to actually to lead Nigeria to the World Cup. Can you tell me what is the record of Philippe Crozet? See, in the history of Nigeria, only 2 coaches have qualified Nigeria for the World Cup, probably with a game to spare. I will tell you the coaches now. Philippe Crozet and Gennett Raw. What's the record of Philippe Crozet? He was coaching, maybe I told you, he was coaching Asec Mimoussa before coaching Nigeria in 1997 to 98. What's the record of Gennett Raw apart from the Bordeaux in 1996? He was in Niger, he was in maybe probably Burkina Faso, he was in Gabon before he coached Nigeria. So the issue to get these boys play very well is just somebody that will tactically excite them, and also just to tell them what to do. So I'm not surprised that because sorry guys, drink water. I'm not surprised because there's a new sheriff in town. Some people believe that the assets they used to have, they might not have it again. That's why you see there's been allegations and counter allegations of everything. But because this man is a new coach now, we should support him. No, tell me a coach that, because Nigeria have never hired a so-called big coach before. Where, see, Father Tico that coached Nigeria in 1978 AFCON and 1976 AFCON. Father Tico was unknown when he was brought to Nigeria. When Father Tico was brought to Nigeria, he was assigned to the East to go and be getting players for Nigeria in the eastern part of Nigeria. It was unknown, but he won Nigeria's first AFCON bronze medal in 1976 and 1976. So we just need to get it right and give him the chance to actually give him the chance to actually to do this job and perform well. Now, let me just go to what I think we should expect from him and how I think his success. Guys, those on Instagram, go and join YouTube. I put it there, Advanced Football 2 on YouTube. Go and join YouTube because I will switch off the Instagram very soon now. Go and join YouTube. I will switch off the Instagram very soon now because I want to go to the tactical parts of this man and what I think he will do as Super Eagles coach and how I think he will get Nigeria to qualify for the World Cup. So that is what I want to do now. So guys, I'm giving you the live score. Please, those on Instagram, go on YouTube and actually go and join. Get to watch on YouTube, put it there and go and join. Before I want to go into the tactical part now and how I think that will benefit Nigeria going forward. So thank you. I've shown you the record already. So yes, so let me just start with the tactical part now. So this is tactical part now. I'm moving on to the tactical part now. So I'm going to end the guys on Instagram. So guys, Instagram will give you the last chance. Go and join. I'm going to end. So this is the tactical part now. I'm moving to the tactical part now. So I'm going to remove the Instagram part now. Go on YouTube and go and join. Please, as you join too, please like the video. Like the video. Thank you. So I'm going to remove that part now. So yeah. Bye to guys on Instagram. Last call. Gans Football 2 on YouTube. Go and join. So bye guys on Instagram. So So I've removed our Instagram people now. So it's now, let's now focus on the tactical part of it. So if you look at this game, see, let me tell you something. There's one thing I like about Eric Chille, and I will tell you here. Different games, different words. Different game, different approach. One thing that makes him special. Well, thank you guys for joining. One thing that makes him special is that he's got these different tactics for different approach for different games. Look at this game now. This was one of the game that he won against South Sudan. So let me describe this game for you. This game, he expects to have the ball because he's playing against South Sudan. So his team, Mali, is bigger than South Sudan. So he expects to have the ball against South Sudan. So his approach to this game was different. So the guy you see here in the middle here with that yellow, that's right, that's the white dot there. That is actually what? Dieng. His name is called Dieng. He plays for Al Ahly in Egypt. He's a midfielder. You know, the arrow you see before him now, he was moving through that direction. So, you know what happened here was that the guy that has the ball is a winger. So he held onto the ball so that it could attract opposition. So I'm just telling you ways in which they break down opposition. So when the guy held onto the ball, it was attracting people. So the guy that was occupying the position of that Dieng, that was the number 2 for South Sudan, he left that spot. So Dieng occupied that place. And I will tell you what happened after. Let me just tell you what happened after. So it's just, you know, that's why under the previous coaches, we used to have problem to break down opposition that forms low block. This is a typical example of how a coach can use tactics to break down opposition with low blocks. So Dieng got the ball here. So when Dieng got the ball, you can see Dieng got the ball. So when he got the ball in that area, so Eric Chille normally prioritize what? Exploring what? Spaces. So immediately Dieng got the ball. There was a true pass there. As early as the 9 minutes, Mali actually was scored. So it's the principle here is about try to overload one area so that, you know, there could be space for your best players to operate. That is it. So they went to overload the left-hand side. You can see there's more green on the left-hand side, less green on the right-hand side. Overload one area. Then on the right, you can see clearly that there was more space there. Mali actually was caught through Ibrahima Kone, the guy that played for Ameria. So this is a very good tactical play. It's just, you know, he uses this method when he's actually playing against a team that he has the ball. So it's just a way in which he breaks down opposition. Let's be honest ourselves. 4/5 of the time in Africa, Nigeria will have the ball. Except under Pesero. 4/5 of the time in Africa, Nigeria will have the ball. So it now depends on Nigeria will have the ball. It depends on how we can break them down. We have struggled to break down opposition with that forms what? Low block. So look at this game. So when Chile is playing at home, the tactics he normally use is different from the ones he normally deploy when he's playing away from home. So this is a typical away game now for Mali. This is Mali against Congo in an AFCON qualifier. This is an AFCON qualifier against Congo away from home. So in this game, he prioritized retaining the ball. He wants to stop Congo from dictating the play of the game. I will tell you, he used a formation called 4-3-1-2 in this game. So that 4-3-1-2 was like a diamond in the midfield. So it's going to give his fullback to exploit the spaces left behind from the opposition fullback. So the guy you see yellow dot around there, that was Traore that played for Real Sociedad in the Spanish La Liga. Is their right back. You can see it was a long ball from the goalkeeper to him. And you know what happened? So his game is about getting behind the opposition backline. You know what happened here? That was Traore giving an assist. That was the first goal for what? For Congo. So he retained the ball, he still looked for a way to score you. In this game, he won the game by 2-0 against Congo in a very difficult condition. So when I go to Nigerian part, I will tell you what I think he's going to do against Rwanda in Kigali. What I think he's going to do, in fact, against Rwanda in Kigali. So you can see clearly, instead of using the midfield stay compact, he used the right back. So which Olaina, for me, Olaina is better than this Amit Traore. Olaina is better than him. So, so you can see that I will when I go to the Nigerian part, I'll be able to explain some areas too where I think that it might actually help Nigeria very well. So look at this against Congo. You can see clearly here too. This you can see the midfield here. It formed like a diamond formation midfield. It's just trying to make sure that it takes life, out of the opposition, so that it can actually penetrate them very well. So I want to look at this. You can see clearly here now, Congo are playing from home. They want to have the ball. They want to create opportunity against Mali. They know that if they create opportunity against Mali, they can win this game. They are trying to pass from the back. But you know what Chile did? You can see there was 5. Can you see 5? So he had like 5 midfielders there. This is what I might do. When a team set up against him, it will normally match the number of midfielders that the team is bringing. It will match it. And we now have one extra one. That extra one is what's going to use to torment you. If a team is coming with like a 4-3-3 or so, thank you, God bless you, Chidera, I press. It's going to press you highly. And I can tell you, before you know, he prioritized winning the ball. Pay attention, winning the ball in a very dangerous area. He likes to win the ball in a very dangerous area, so he can quickly form an attacking turnover. So he pressed them until they made mistake. You can see he pressed them until they actually they made mistake. So this was an away game against Congo, because Congo think that come on, we are playing at home, we should be able to dictate the pace of this game. But you know what? We had a different plan for them. So this was okay. I've already showed you about this South Sudan game. Now you can see this is another thing you see here. So they pass the ball from the back to the midfielder there. You can see the way the Malians ambushed that guy. They blocked all the passing lane and they took the ball away from him. No, in this case, they didn't take the ball away from him. He cleared the ball out to the throw, because they have blocked all the passing lane. The guy could not go back and pass to his defenders. He could not go back. He could not turn. They have already sandwiched him. So there's a way he does his own thing. He likes to overload them. Because let's be honest ourselves, we have less skillful players in Africa. Less skillful. Most of African players depend on pace, and strength most times. Ball retention, ball this thing is. So sometimes if I press these guys most times, this is what happens. So they won the ball here, and the turnover was sweet for Mali. I'm just, I picked his game with Mali with the reason because it's national team. It's got what limited time to actually what to coach them. So the same thing. This was a game against Central African Republic. This game, it went for a 4-3-3 formation because it thinks that, come on, I should be able to beat this team at home. But it's now limited in this formation. Mali have very strong midfielders, but Mali don't know going forward, they are not as blessed as Nigeria. That was one of the things that affected Mali in this game, and they drew this game. So you can see what he did this game was that he knew that Godfrey Kondogbia was actually the main and the chief creator in the Central African Republic team. He used one of his players from Tottenham, Busoma, to mark him out of the game. He marked that guy out of the game. So as soon as the guy takes the ball, they go on him to get the ball. You can see clearly, you can see those arrows. Anytime Kondogbia handles the ball, Busoma will ambush him straight away. So it stops him from dictating the pace of the game. And, they were able to take control of those game balls. If you look at, they were so wasteful in that game, and they ended up actually drawing that game. So, they didn't, with due respect to the strikers of Mali, they will not get into the Nigerian team. Let's be honest with ourselves. The strikers, the wingers of Mali and the strikers, none of them will get into the Super Eagles team. Let us be honest with ourselves. None of them will get into the Super Eagles team. In fact, none of them will get into the Super Eagles, first 35. It's going to be hard for you to get a player to get into their forces, get into Nigeria forces, out of their forward line. Midfielders better. So this is a typical example of what he does in the overload. You can see clearly there, the red one you see there, they are the Malian players. So what happened was that there was a ball. You can see where the ball is. That white dot is where the ball is. The Malian player sandwiched that thing. So they block all the passing lanes. So the CAR people could not get out. They won the ball early, but they were just wasteful in this game. So you can see the tactics now. I will now explain, how I think all these things can actually affect Nigeria. So the final part now is, how does this guy even use his players? Which type of skill do you think Eric Chille needs in a player when he wants to when he wants to use you? What are the skill do you need as a player to get into his team? So we want to look at that. So the first one is that he's left back and right back. Look at his right back now. That is what Amit Traore. He plays for Sociedad in the Spanish La Liga. You can see the touches. Can you see most touches there? You can see those touches there. And if you see this guy too, he provides assists, he gets goals for them. If you watch the AFCON, I think it's called the first goal against South Africa also in the AFCON in their first game. I'm still going to that game and discuss what he did to beat South Africa. And why I think he will also beat South Africa in September. What he did to beat them there, and why I think he will also beat them again in September. I will still go do a separate episode about that. So you can also see Dante too. The same thing is what he actually expect from his own strikers and also attacking players. Right backs, wing backs. I won't say not one wing backs. Just say they are fullbacks. So you can see forward passes there. Okay, you can see those forward passes there. The faint one and the forward passes there. Most passes you see there are actually forward passes. So it's not a guy that just sit back and relax and everything. He wants to get into your face and there's a way he uses his own, his own way, fullbacks, just to get into the face of the opposition and be able to take them out of that game and create opportunities. So so we've done that. So you can see exactly the type of profile actually what needs. You can see those things. Those are the areas he likes to get his wing back, his fullback, and be able to actually cause problem to the opposition. So in summary, is a very coach that likes to retain possession, and he likes to dictate the pace of the game. So it depends on what the game brings. Guys, before I move on, please like the video. More likes. You are 42. We are more than 40. You are 40 something here now. I only have how many likes here? Please like the video more. Like the video more and share the video. Please like the video more. And actually, also share the video too. Like and share, please. We are 40 here. It could be more than that. Please like the video more. Like the video. Like the video. And please like the video. Like the video. So I can see. Please like the video. We don't have a $ here yet, but you can still help us by liking the video. And if you think that you want to support us, you can go on Facebook. We have star there. Go and buy star for us on Facebook. We're gonna actually want to see those stars on Facebook if you want to. But on YouTube, if you want to stay here, just like, tell your friends, subscribe, like. That's what we want. At least the old channel, we're still looking for how to get it back. But the new one, this is a new one now, and I'm happy the way the new one is growing. Thanks to you guys for actually for being there. So this is how there's different game, different approach. Now, the final parts, I will now explain how I think it will set up when he plays Nigeria. See, I ran through these qualifiers. These are the qualifiers. These are the games that Nigeria will play in this in the World Cup qualifier. I will tell you how I think he's going to actually arrange the Super Eagles. So I'm going to also give you opportunities to join the stream and discuss your opinion about what we said, and also about what Eric Chille. So guys, please, we still like the video, guys. Like the video. Let's get to like 30 something likes. 30 something likes, guys. Let's get to like 30 something likes. Let's get like 30 something likes. Let's get to it. Please. Like the video. Like the video. So we still want to date likes, but let's get into it. So let me just take some comments before I go to how I think it's going to actually affect Nigeria and why I think that we should support him and that everything will turn good for him in the national team. So let me just take some quick comments before I go to the final part, and I'll give you opportunity to join the live. I'll post the link. So so let me just take which comments directly. So let me just say from my J-Dot say that so this is what NFF can do, and they are delaying for years. Okay, yes, they don't do a man for you. My brother, serve us hot, my boss. You are the boss, so that is my brother Tunes Bobo. Momo from Italy, thank you for actually for joining. Is it coming? Yes, it's coming with his backroom staff. Loaded backroom staff. Sorry guys, so I can't take all your comments, so because some of you Lawa said that I will carry us. Yes, so let me carry you come. Lawa, thank you for actually joining. So Taiwo Kwade said that we need creativity from the midfield plus ball retention too. Yeah, I agree with you. Opposition do dominate the midfield. Oppositions do dominate the midfield in midfield. Okay, the midfield. I don't know what you're trying to say there. Taiwo Kwade. So Olayemi said that we need to get Gabriel Murphy from Nicholas. Yes, yes, it can suit Chille's pattern very well. Yes, I press. Thank you, Chidike Eze. Thank you. I press. I press is one of the things that I actually would normally use to get, hey, let me just say this thing. If you have been following Nigerian football very well, in the press conference after the game between Nigeria and Rwanda in Kigali, the possession was like 49-51 in favor of Nigeria. Eguavon, the then coach of Nigeria, said that, they had possession because they were possessing the ball very close to their area. That's not an excuse. You have to go there, try and win the ball very early, and you attack them like that. These are things that which we don't need to be saying. We need to be able to, because if they retain the ball in their area and the game ended in a draw, what will you say? You need to be able to go after them, get the ball from them, and actually dominate the game. So with high press, Chukwueze can play. I don't think he can play high press. True. So that is Olayemi Olayiko. So why are Nigerian like this? I don't know what this one say. I think he will do well. Hopefully, we don't have to be asking waiting the Chille, waiting the Chelle in future. Okay, that is good. Big. I think people watching don't have an account. Okay, they don't have an account. You go and open an account to and subscribe. So, big thank you for that, guys. Go and open and subscribe. Um, Looking forward to see how it will set up against Rwanda, South Africa, and Benin Republic. Thank you, Manlo Etuk. I think we this thing too. We look at that, and also too, Olayika said that I feel like the video, guys. It's a big question for you guys. I feel like the video. We have 31 likes. You can do better. We can get to 40. 31. You can get to 40 likes. So, yeah. So let's now go to how I think it will set up Nigeria and how I think the players and I think might benefit in it might think that Kamashi was used for Nigeria. So I come up with also this thing. Let's look at it. So his favorite formation is 4-3-1-2. He can play a 4-4-2. He can also play a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-2-1. So those three formations, 4-3-2-1, 4-3-1-2, and 4-3-1-2, 4-2-3-1, and 4-3-2-1. These are the things we're going to focus on and see which players we think can actually benefit from this type of actual formation. So let's so the first one I'm going to talk about is the 4-2-3-1. This formation is the one that he plays when he thinks that, okay, come on, these guys don't have enough attacking threats against me. I should be the one controlling the game, especially maybe probably the home game against would you have any easy home game? Okay. We don't have easy home game. Oh. I think we have home game. Okay. Zimbabwe, maybe Zimbabwe or so, easy home game to see. Let's look at it. So this is what I come up with. If he's playing a 4-2-3-1 formation, this is what I actually would come up with. Guys, you can take out a player and put a player in there. This is what I actually would come up with. Ignore the jersey number, guys. So just put it randomly. I have to rush it before, to actually to make up it for the time. So look at this. You can see clearly that as a 4-2-3-1 is when he plays against against a team he can actually dominate. And I'll tell you the reason why I actually have this. So when he's playing this formation, the guy on top for him is always Ibrahim Akone. He was playing for Ameria. And I will tell you the reason why. The reason why you see that Mali struggled in the last AFCON was because of Ibrahim Akone. Immediately after the qualifier, Ibrahim Akone had I think he tore his Achilles or so. He was out for 5 months. So he had to, it wasn't, there was no like for like replacement like that for him. It was their major goal scorer. So they have to bring a guy called Sinyayonko. The boy plays for Auxerre now. I think it was him doing well during the AFCON. That's why he got that move to Auxerre. So if he plays with this, and I will tell you the reason why. I think that Sinayoko, thank you. So I think that in this type of formation, he expects a stable backline. A stable backline. And that stable backline, one of either of Bassi or Aina must be bumping forward. I think one of the city midfielders will drop in between the backline to spread, to drop between like Ekong and Ajayi. I'm just putting Ekong and Ajayi there. I don't know the player that he's going to use, because I'm trying to look at the profile of the player he likes to use in Nigeria. I think Bassi is going to be there. Olaino is going to be there. I'm not sure of Ekong and Ajayi. I'm not sure. But I'm just put them there as like a dummy. Let me see exactly what will happen, in the coming days. So I know that definitely Rafael Onyedika is someone that I might like to feature. In the DDR, I put him there just because of experience. And I think that, because he's the vice captain, I mean, third captain, or what they call it. And also, but I think that he might probably going for Onyeka, because, he likes a player. There's one thing I like about him. He likes to mark out. He likes to mark out any threat from midfield. So he normally force oppositions to go wide. Onyeka over the, yeah, that's what. So, and I think, Bashiru, Bashiru is very dangerous going forward. For me, I don't think Bashiru have any space playing any of those in the Dior Onyedika role, because Bashiru should be close to Victor Osimhen, should be close to the opposition area, because it's very dangerous closing, when it's close to the opposition area than the back line. So, in my opinion, I think Bashiru should be very close to Victor, and Alexi will be there. So, the front four you see here is way better than what Mali can present. So, this is how he sets up when he's playing against a team that he thinks that, okay, he wants to carve this team open, he wants to get behind them. And there's one thing that he likes, what's it called? He likes is like Lookman and Iwobi to talk in at some stage to provide support for that midfield area, so that it can allow Aino and Bassi to bump forward. So there's a lot of things that it does with this formation. I'm going to pick a game. That is going to be a game between him and Ivory Coast, and also a game between South Africa and Mali, and analyze it so you can know exactly what this guy normally does. Against Mali against South Africa, it thinks that is better than South Africa, that is going to have the ball. So the way he set up against South Africa was different from the way he sets up against Ivory Coast. So I'm going to bring those two games, maybe probably next week, and break it down for you to see exactly his two styles of how it can actually change between games. This is what I think that a 4-2-3-1. You guys can add it to yourself. For me, I don't think Chukwueze can really come into this place. I don't. It's going to be very difficult. But let's wait and see what he can actually do with this team. So another formation this is called a Christmas tree formation. It's called 4-3-2-1 formation. Those of you here, if you are familiar to the old AC Milan, when AC Milan was AC Milan, when AC Milan won the Champions League, was he against Liverpool, 2-0 in the final? They were playing a Christmas tree formation. And Eric Chille too also likes a Christmas tree formation. So this Christmas tree formation is the most dangerous formation that I've ever, it's difficult to play against because you are having 5 midfielders to deal with. See, the Onyedika, Undidi, Onyeka, they form like extra protection to the back line. And this type of formation is useful when you are playing away from home. You just need to take control of the game. You make the opposition frustrated. If you are having someone like Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman up front, you will get behind them and score. What it does basically is that it doesn't allow them to actually to operate at all. And it did this to Congo, especially. It did this to Congo, and it got that result against Congo. So, and you can see that formation. So you can see Onyedika, Ndidi, Onyeka, Lookman, Iwobi. You can see then up front, you can see Victor Osimhen. So that's how I actually set it up. This is a very tough formation. It's going to be hard for an opposition to actually to break down this formation. So it's called a Christmas tree formation. It's a 4-3-2-1 formation. Very difficult to actually play. So I will tell you the type of formation I would think is going to use in any of the games he's going to play. So, and I think I still have one more. Sorry. Yes, I think I still have one more. Sorry, one sec, guys. I think I meant to have one more. Let me just I think I still have one more. I don't know. Yeah, 4-2-3-1. Yeah, there's okay, I did actually add that one. 4-3-1-2. Thank you. I don't know why I did not add the 4-3-1-2 to it, but let me just try and like show you the 4-3-1-2. I think I actually have it on one side, the 4-3-1-2. Guys, just thank you, Chideke Eze. Thank you, 4-3-1-2. Thank you. The 4-3-1-2 is the one. I don't know why I did not add it to. I don't know why I did not add it to this. So let me just try and actually get that one out. Sorry, one sec, guys. The 4-3-1-2. Let me see. I think I had it. So I'm good. It's 4-3-1-2. So the 4-3. Let me just show you. Yeah, the 4-3-1-2 difference. The 4-3-1-2. The difference in between this and the 4-3-1-2 is just because okay, the 4-3-1-2 is that Iwobi will be behind Lookman and Osimhen. That's the difference between this Christmas formation and the 4-3-1-2. It will be behind what? Lookman and Victor Osimhen. That's what is going to be in that 4-3-1-2. So that's just the difference. That is so close to, it can change between games. It's very close to this type of formation. Lookman move up front, yes. Lookman move up front, then it will be. It's just going to be behind them. That is it. So, and that's another formation too. I would recommend for him to use when he's playing against Rwanda in in Kigali. So now, let me just look at the games that Nigeria will play, and I will think that his approach. So I'll save the video, and I will now tell you maybe I was right or wrong with those predictions. So the first game against Rwanda in Kigali, I think it's going to go with something like this. I think it's going to go with something like this. It's going to take the game from them and actually punish them on the counter. So let me just try. Let me put the link. If you want to contribute, the link is now in the comment section. So just click on the link and it will take you directly. So for me, that's actually what I think. And the next game, I think against what's it called? The next game against Zimbabwe. I think it's against Zimbabwe. So I think it's going to play something similar to this, because it's going to be in Ujo, so it's going to have the ball. It's going to look for a way to penetrate the opposition on a regular basis and everything. So I just think that against Africa, against South Africa, like against Africa, which is actually what against South Africa. South Africa against Nigeria. So I think it's going to be similar to something like this against South Africa, just to make sure that they don't operate in that midfield area, because there's a way South Africa load their midfield like with 5 players. They did that one against us during the AFCON. They kept on cutting us open all the time. But if you have, this is what he did. This is what Eric Chille did against Africa during the AFCON. Let me just give you what he did against Africa during the AFCON. So against Africa during the AFCON, during that AFCON, he went with, I was right. He went with formation like this. That's it. Against Africa during AFCON, he went with this type of formation. Can you see? I told you. During the AFCON, he went. So, but the only change he did was that it was 4-3-1-2. So against Africa during AFCON, he went with what? With 4-3-1-2 instead. So this is what he's going to do against South Africa in their away game in Johannesburg. That one is hard though. So against Rwanda at home, I think it's going to be this. Against Rwanda at home, it's going to be this. Then what's it called? Against Lesotho, I think it's going to be more of like against Rwanda, because it's going to be like on a neutral venue. You want to get the game done as early as possible. And the last one too will be, against the Republic at home. I think it's going to play on the front foot so that can actually get it done. For me, with this guy, don't forget that I pray that it should be one doing the list. Yeah, I think, see, let me tell you something. There is no way there won't be interest in the list that is going to bring out. It's not left for him to play the players. There's going to be somebody bringing 1 or 2 players. See, they brought player to, Kenneth Raw. They brought player to, Osei Pasero. Was it not under Osei Pasero that they invited Daniel Bamai? Was it not under Osei Pasero they called this guy, Ani Ngboso? Was it not under Osei Pasero they called those guys to play for Nigeria? So they will bring players. It's now left for him to select them. So for me, if you have your solid 25 players going for a good away game, for example now, it's only Finidi George that the players that they brought in, I don't know, maybe it was on merit that they brought in, he played them. Players like Ismail Sodiq, players like Olawonyi, players like what's it called? The boy from Crawley Town. What's it called again? The boy from Crawley Town, Benjamin Tiaminu. He wasn't wise enough not to play those guys, but he played them and they got him in trouble. He lost that day job. So, but the same Tiaminu was in the camp when Eguavon was the coach, and he didn't play him. So, it depends on the coach himself. So, for me, I think he should be strong enough to know the players. If you have worked with top players before, you know exactly what to expect. You know exactly how to manage them. People have been talking about the issue with the guy from Tottenham, Busoma. He's a guy that no matter how big you are, if you don't fit into his plan, he's not scared to drop you. If you don't fit into his plan, he's not actually scared to drop you. I put the link already in the comment section. If you want to join, just pop in straight away. This is now our usual time. It's always on Friday. If you want to join, just pop in quickly. Just click on the link. It's going to take you here directly if you want to make any contribution about this manga. Thank you, Tiaminu. So it doesn't matter. So it needs someone that he needs to be the man of himself to be able to do, okay, this is actually what I want. This is how I want